Sigmund Freud stated that human beings operate from the place of id, ego and superego, and these emotional aspects are mapped in our brain as in our conscious, subconscious and unconscious part. When we talk about evoking our consciousness, it's about making our unconscious brain conscious. Our unconscious brain is the part where our ancient memory, our trauma and our automatic negative reactions lies. And when we talk about evoking our consciousness, it is about moving towards the higher order thinking, that is knowing ourselves better, that help us to fight with our unconscious brain as not in weakness but strength. Neisser has given us further explanation of our self-actualization as in self-awareness in 5 categories. Perhaps human beings, when we operate not as an individual but in retro with our environment, and that is being classified as in our ecological being, our retro, our individual, our extended and our conceptual being. Ecological being emphasize that how our environmental and our societal well-being and health matters and impacts our physiological and psychological health. Our retro or interpersonal being is about that emphasize human beings are social animals and we thrive when we socialize. So for our complete development, so we flourish, to have healthy relationships and happy relationships are important aspect. The another is our extended relationships, that is how we encounter unknown as in place, person or things, that emphasize our automatic reactions and mark and control over ourselves and our environment, how much we know ourselves and we are practicing self-actualization. The another aspect is our private life, which perhaps is also given manifestation in our constitution. Perhaps true mark of human being as free, rejoicing freedom is that when we are able to practice our privacy. And the last aspect is our intellectual or conceptual being, that is based on our experience, exposure and education along with our growth and development. Perhaps when we look into all these 5 aspects, it emphasizes that human beings are not a person of a single stroke color or two, but we are people of wide scope as a rainbow at the horizon. We nourish ourselves and flourish in our being when we are able to transverse and move in these 5 dimensions as by our freedom and our choices. Perhaps emphasizing the theory that human brain as in its cognition and behavior, which impacts our physical well-being and psychological health, is not an aspect in one dimension but is multidimensional.